All right, we are on the verge, on the edge of taking some massive action here. And so right now the goal is to plan that out and map it out exactly how it's going to work and what it's going to do for you. And this is critical because it's easy to say, well, take massive action. You can't go wrong with that, right? But you've got to know why and how that's going to benefit you. Because, here's the thing. You can go about this two ways. You can go about it fast. You can go about it slow. You can sponsor 12 people across 12 months, one a month. And that's great. That'll get you somewhere, okay? But you could sponsor those same exact 12 people within the course of 2 months, and I guarantee, without a shadow of a doubt, that you'll get an entirely different result. The reason is momentum. The reason is that intangible thing that you can't touch or feel, and it's kind of like, in a sporting event. That momentum shift. All of a sudden, you can do no wrong. Well, with momentum behind your business, you can do no wrong. You will sponsor people you couldn't normally sponsor. You can talk to people you can't normally talk to. And you will get production out of people that you don't normally get production out of. It's the intangible thing that accounts for such a large amount of success in this industry that it's a shame, it's a travesty that you don't know about it. Because it is the thing that the big players, the big producers create instinctively, and it's the thing that attracts you to them that they don't, in many cases, even know that they're doing. They just do, because they're natural action takers. They're natural, high-intensive, massive action people. And so my job here is to sell you on why you need to take that massive action in a very short period of time. It's called the 30-Day Blitz Plan that I've put together, and it really it gives you concrete background confidence in the action that you're going to be taking, and you've got to have that. You've got to know why to take the action, otherwise you're just not going to follow through. It's kind of like goals. You've got to know where you're going, otherwise you won't know how to get there. Well, you got to know where you're going, and you've got to have the confidence that you can get there, and that's what this is about. Okay, so the 30-Day Blitz Plan, Phase 1 or Wave 1 is called Massive Exposure. Why are we doing it? First of all, what is Massive Exposure? Massive Exposure is, and it's the time frame for this, it may not always be a 30-day blitz plan, but it makes it easy to talk about it that way. The 30-day blitz plan, conceptually speaking, is this. It is exposing and going through a wave 1 of exposure, the first initial contact or invitation to every single person on your list that you can reach in as short a period of time as you can. It's taking your list that you got done building, we just got done talking about that, and in as short a period of time, exposing every single person on that list to your product, service, or opportunity. My iPhone was ringing there, I had to silence it. I forgot to silence it here before we started. Every single person. You can't leave anybody out. Don't skip. I'll wait for that person until I get some success behind me. No, you can't, because you don't know who you're going to be passing up on that's going to create that foundational momentum that you're going to need to get those people on round 2. Here's what you're doing. In wave 1 of massive exposure, this is where you're gaining the momentum. And you don't know where you're going to get it. You don't know when it's going to start clicking. That's why you've got to do it all the way with the confidence that it's going to work. If there's one thing that I brought to the last several network marketing businesses that has accounted for my success, it's this. It's in having the confidence in this process. It's in knowing that when I implemented this game plan, it would work. And that's what kept me following through, even when the first 10 or 20 or 30 people on my list didn't instantly jump at the opportunity. And that's why you've got to have a big list, because you can't get discouraged when those first people on your top 10 don't jump at it like you think they should or they could or would. Okay? So this is creating momentum. take your list, expose it in as short a time frame as humanly possible, and then worry about the other stuff later. Don't worry about the maybes. Don't worry about the people that say, well let me wait to see how you do with it. Well, let me wait. That timing's bad. You don't wait on those people on wave one. Wave one is just boom, 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 boom. You are blitzing the list. That's why it's called a 30-day blitz. You're blitzing it without regard to the outcome. Now, we still haven't talked about what you're going to say or how you're going to go about doing it. We'll get to that. But conceptually speaking, do you see what we're here to create? Momentum. And then when we come back on wave two, it's what we call, we're implementing, and certainly mean no offense to anyone of ethnicity, but their origin got started in China, I assume. I don't know, or maybe it's just a colloquialism. But we're going to implement Chinese water torture. We're going to implement the water torture process, which is dripping on people from different angles and over a period of time until they just can't take it anymore and they break. And what I mean by that is this. The follow-up process is so often not done properly. Follow-up process is an art. Just like everything else is, I guess, in business. In this business, network marketing specifically. But it's an art that you've got to do right. And when done right, wave two, see what you're doing is you're creating momentum in wave one. You're creating excitement. You're creating a success story. And you've only got one opportunity to do it, and it's right now. You've got right now to do it. It's out of the gate. You have that one chance to create your first 30 days of success that you'll never have back. And you owe it to yourself and to your team to create that success. And what you do on wave two is you begin to share that success. You begin to share your results. And for all those people that sat on the fence, that needed some time to wait and think, and how's it going to work for you, wave two and successive waves 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 are essentially just dripping on people with your success and from different angles. And I will tell you this, people can only take it so long. They can only handle hearing about your success for so long until they break. And they have to see what it is. They have to check it out. They have to, maybe they're coming at it from the standpoint of, if you can do it, I can do it too, because I'm smarter than you, and you don't care. That's fine if that's the way they think. Okay? But you will get them, you'll break them over time. Almost everybody. It's just a matter of timing if you implement the process right. And then finally, when you know how to do this, when you know how to create momentum and follow up with people, you can duplicate it. It's like everything else. You set the bar high, you set your expectations, you get people's goals, you develop the list, and then you attack it, you blitz it. And when you can do it effectively yourself, you can duplicate. You can say, here's what I did, let's do it together. That's what network marketing is about. So hang with me. We're going to get into exactly how and what to say, how to take the action in the next video of the series. Appreciate your time, and I commend your commitment and your sacrifice. This is Sean Cornett with MLM Evolved. Hang tight for the next lesson.